Hey everybody, this is Danny with the Crypto Show, and before we get started with this episode, I want to remind you that Anarchapulco is coming up next February. From February 5th to the 11th is the main event, and then there's another week after that with Agora Forco. Let me get that straight. And we're also going to have an additional crypto event coming on, and I'll keep you updated on that very soon. But make sure that you use the coupon code CRYPTO10, CRYPTO10, for your discount. I don't know what the discount is, but I think it's better than everybody else's discount code because, I'm operating the crypto show and all that, the whole crypto stage. So make sure you use my code for your tickets to Anarchapulco, and I will see you there, and be sure to say hi. All right, this is Danny with the Crypto Show, and I'm here with Arley Lozano. He's originally from Venezuela. I met him years ago at, I don't even know what Bitcoin conference. We've been to so many Bitcoin conferences together. But he used to be a Bitcoin miner in Venezuela for a while, and I think things got a little hairy, so he had to catch out and go to Colombia. He started an exchange called Panda, which he later sold. And then he moved on to building a wallet. And this is a very interesting wallet. I want him to tell me about that. But tell me about the part that I missed. Where did you get started in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies?
Okay, we started in Bitcoin in 2014, mining Bitcoin in Venezuela. Actually, we are Colombia, but we live in all half of my life in Venezuela. Then my wife and me took a miner from China, traveled around and hit Venezuela, and we started mining there. And in 2015, due to the situation of Venezuela, we moved to Bogota. Then when we moved to Bogota, we closed the mining in Venezuela and closed all this stuff. And we started building the chain, the Panda Punto chain. And there in 2017, we launched the cryptocurrency chain. Later in 2018, we started to make a payment processor for crypto when the people come pay with crypto and we deliver the fiat to the merchants. And in 2021, when the Salvador law was launched, we hit El Salvador to sell this payment processor to Walmart, to use in Walmart. With the surprise that we finally start to building the Chivo wallet. The actually national wallet. We was the team who made all the technology. Do it. We had already a product with the future what the government want. We had the POS, the wallet, and the POS working for the merchant and the wallet working for the user. At the beginning, the government only want to launch the wallet, but the wallet is hard to use alone because you have the wallet for the user, but you don't have nothing for the merchants. Then what we had is a whole and complete solution to have the wallet and the POS and all the integration for the merchant where the people can spend. And finally, I sold this product to Athena Bitcoin. And Athena Bitcoin is the company who installed the 200 ATM in El Salvador. And then we do the whole ecosystem, include the wallet, the payment processor.
Athena Bitcoin is the largest Bitcoin ATM service in Latin America, I believe, or at least in South America. Yep. I'm pretty sure. I'm curious, where did the idea for the Chivo? It's Chiva or Chivo? Chivo wallet, which is like a goat, right?
Yep. It's like a goat, but in El Salvador, it's mean like that good thing, like bacano in Colombia is like good thing.
Yeah.
It's like expression. All people say Chivo for this is so good. Then
so you're building the technology for the Chivo wallet. Whose idea was the Chivo wallet? And
the Chivo wallet is idea from the Bukele president himself. I asked him. I was one of the only ones who talked direct with him, and I asked, "Hey, where this idea come?" And he told me like when he was the mayor of El Salvador before he be president, he want to install a ATM, and you can verify this in YouTube. And he had idea before of being president like install an ATM of Bitcoin in El Salvador for promote
Right.
the tourists. And the idea coming from him, like he want to have the wallet to have the Bitcoin in one side and the other dollar, and the people can move the dollar and Bitcoin.
Yeah, they can freely exchange between the dollar and Bitcoin, and basically they've onboarded the whole country with this
Yeah.
wallet, and they can pay their bills, and I guess they receive. Do they receive
30,
money?
30 bucks. They receive $30 like the giveaway.
Yeah.
For they understand how to use the wallet. The interesting thing is like in my whole experience, with the chain and the crypto payment processor, we manage like the quarter of million of people in my exchange. Yes.
Right.
But in the second week when we launched the wallet, we got 4.8 million people enrolled in the Chivo wallet and give away $30, and this is a lot of money, and a lot of problems is starting to come in because we had social hackings when the people say convince two other people like, hey, I give you $10, give me the 30 because Bukele want to steal your money or something like that, and we start to had a lot of issues. We need like 2 months to maintain the wallet in perfect conditions, and was a crazy because when we landed in Salvador, this was 45 days before the launch of the law. Then we only had 45 days to deploy the wallet, the payment processor, the POS. POS, we installed like 2,000 POS around the bigger merchants, the 200 ATMs, the wallet, and this was crazy.
Right.
And we are like 67 people working there in El Salvador, 21 hours per day, but finally in November we delivered all this technology to a new team. Now it's a new team working in El Salvador.
I'm sure this question has been asked, and I would like to know if it's true or not. Is there a back door? Can the government come in and take that money back if it was lost? Or, I mean, is there, because if people don't know how to use Bitcoin, that's a lot of Bitcoin that gets lost. So I could understand why they might want a back door, but it's also dangerous because they could come back in and just take the people's money.
Yeah, what we do is for prevent this, because we had enough experience with the cryptocurrency exchange. All the Bitcoin is baking and stay safe in BitGo wallet. You know, BitGo is the number one custodian.
Right.
The Salvadorian Bitcoin in this wallet is custodian by BitGo.
Okay.
Yep. Only the people can withdraw the Bitcoin to the network or withdraw Bitcoin in the Lightning network, but they had some like I think the limits are like $3,000 per day or per week. I don't remember because they had
So Bukele can't come back and take their money.
No, of course not.
It is their keys and their coins.
Yeah. There is a lot of bigger company involved in that. One of these is Keycover. They are using Keycover for they had basically the key of the. This is an American company who make you can stolen all the Bitcoins.
Right.
Second, we had the second layer. We had the BitGo.
Yeah.
And they are using Bitso, the chain of the Mexican.
Bitso is there?
Yeah,
Oh,
Bitso
I didn't know that.
Bitso is the liquidity provider. This is when they want to let's say put 100 million more and buy more Bitcoin. They buy in Bitso. The Bitso is sent to the custodian, and it's so hard. It's so hard because these three bigger companies there involved is not so easy to Bitcoin to Bukele.
So you know Bukele personally. Was he a Bitcoiner before all this started? So he was already into Bitcoin.
Yeah. I asked him, you hold some Bitcoin? He said yes. Me and my brothers, we had involved in Bitcoin before, of course. And for me, it was a surprise. When I meet Bukele, I talk with him 3 hours, and I told a lot, and I do a lot of questions. The man is so smart.
He's pretty on top of, like, he's up, he has his finger on the pulse of what's going on. I used to watch this travel channel of these guys from the U.S. They ended up in Panama, and they have, I think it's called the nomadic movement or something, and they lost their camera in El Salvador, and Bukele reached out to them and bought them new camera equipment, and then they praised him on their YouTube channel, so he got he knows how to work the press.
Yeah. And the other in the other side, I live in there like 6 months with my whole team. Is the security team is changed. Salvadorian was the number one of criminal country in the world, even compared with Caracas or Bogota, and I know these cities. The people feel like fear, like no, you can go in the night to the street because it's the maras and all.
Right.
But all this is changed. All this is changed. Bukele is put so much army in the street and destroy all these guys, and they are changed. They are changed the life of the people. They are changed the economy of the country. Of course, the bigger potential are no, you can do this, because we know Bitcoin is freedom,
Right.
and they are bringing a kind of freedom in the country, and this is so good. This is so good. Salvador is a little country in the world because they call them the little country. I don't remember in this moment.
Right. Do you know? I know he's getting like a lot of pressure from the U.S. and whatever IMF
Yeah.
or whatever about using Bitcoin as a state currency. Do you think he's got the balls to stand up and fight that? And also, do you think he's got the balls to keep holding that Bitcoin until the bull market comes back around? Because I know he's receiving pressure right now because he bought a lot of Bitcoin at a pretty high price.
Yep.
And now it's dropped so much that there's people saying that he's destroying the treasury of the country. What do you think about that?
No, he had the ball, of course. I think they already had 2,000 Bitcoin. I think it's the only country in the world to have this amount of Bitcoin, and they are keeping buying in all the price. I think he don't buy so much in the high price because I remember the most high price they buy is 47,000. It's not a lot.
Right.
And like Bitcoiners, we know this happens. Sometimes you buy Bitcoin in 2017 20,000 grand, and this fall down in 4,000, but later go up.
Those of us that have been through more than one of these cycles know that shit happens. It'll be back.
Yeah, and I know I am 100% sure he had the balls. He gonna be reelected. 100% sure. If you are look at me, he gonna be a reelected like a president because people love him. People love the security. I thought, for my experience, I live in Venezuela, later in Colombia, and they are the one and two most dangerous country in the world. And people love the field security, go in the street, and the characteristics from El Salvador is they already using dollars. It's like the most stable economy is El Salvador, and now they have the Bitcoin. They have the most best of the world. Like Bitcoin is the number one, and the dollars they can change in one click, and they don't have the zero cost. They had zero cost for this because the wallet is all the service from the wallet are free. If you deposit Bitcoin, you get the Bitcoin what you deposit. If you withdraw the Bitcoin, you withdraw the amount you withdraw. If you go to ATM in El Salvador, you can withdraw at zero cost.
Do I have to be a citizen to use the Chivo wallet, or can I go there as a tourist?
For the Chivo wallet, you need to be a citizen. But for pay with your Bitcoin from the wallet or using any ATM, you don't need to be a Salvadorian citizen. And this is good because if you go there with your Bitcoins and you can enjoy. You can pay in Pollo Campero, in Walmart, in Movistar, everywhere,
Right.
because it's a law.
So they kind of have an advantage there. They have a stable coin built into their wallet. It's the dollar.
Yeah. They had a stable coin dollar and the Bitcoin, and you can protect. Let's say if you don't want to take the risky, you stay in dollar. But if you know, okay, Bitcoin start to rise, you only do a click, and in seconds you're gonna be in Bitcoin.
Well, I hear a lot about the businesses and stuff that are there. You've been there. All I've heard is secondhand because I haven't been there yet. Tell me about the businesses that are accepting Bitcoin.
Okay, every business accepts Bitcoin. We like a company like Athena, we are processing payment from Walmart, PriceMart, Movistar, the most top are processing with us because they don't want to they can process with the government payment processor, but they took us like a private company, an American company, like
Right.
a USA company, to process his Bitcoin and Chivo. Then basically all the payments through the Walmart, like in Chivo or Bitcoin, are processing for Latina from Latina Bitcoin,
Right.
and we deliver the money to the Salvador account of Walmart. All people are like, it's mandatory you accept Bitcoin. It's not obligatory, but it's mandatory. It's like, okay, you can accept dollar or Bitcoin because both are the national currencies. Then basically everybody is accepting, some with the prepaid payment processor like Walmart, or some with the Chivo wallet on the Chivo Merchant Direct.
You know, you said everybody loves him, but I listened to a Bitcoin podcast on Let's Talk Bitcoin Network. And I think it was Alex Gladstein had interviewed a woman that was from there, and there is a considerable amount of people there that don't like him, but I think it has more to do with just political division,
Yep. Yeah.
political parties,
Yep.
partisanship.
Yep.
You know, the
Yeah,
same as everywhere.
this what I see is more like people are the all political move are using people for oppose
Right.
to this, but it's nothing to oppose. Let's think in this. Government is launching a wallet for free. They are giving away to you, like a citizen, $30 for you testing the wallet. What is wrong with this? Nothing wrong. They are giving away $30. This is 30% of the minimum salary in the amount, and you can test in Bitcoin. If you don't like, okay, you're using your 30, and that's it. But I see a lot of people doing a march like anti-Bitcoin and all of this stuff.
I think it probably because El Salvador does not have its own currency. It actually uses the dollar. And this is kind of the same way we do. We want to get away from the dollar. We want to protect ourselves from this government currency. And so that's the reason why we all got into Bitcoin. And I see that he's doing the same thing. So I don't know why don't the people of El Salvador? Well, I guess they can't manage it.
No,
So
yeah.
there's so much. There's so many times Argentina. Every few years their currency crashes, and I guess it was the same thing there. Same with Venezuela.
But that's the point. Let's put this example. If this happened in Venezuela, like okay, the government launched a tool because it's a tool. When you can learn easy how to use Bitcoin, and you can use Bitcoin like free, no
Right.
fees and all. People need to understand that. But the point and the difference of the El Salvador between of the other Latin American countries, the El Salvador is using dollars, and the
Right.
people thinking the dollar is no dollar.
Yeah.
This is a god. You are American. You are a citizen. This is
Yeah.
a print paper by the government, and they can print or they can whatever do with
I
it.
guess what protects El Salvador's economy is even if they do squander stuff, they don't have enough influence
Yep.
on the dollar that it would destroy the economy. So they're better off with the dollar. And now we have cryptocurrency, so that's a hedge against the dollar.
Yeah, I heard. I am sure today 60% of the country understand what is Bitcoin and the risky or the high volatility and the down and the price. But at the beginning was when they delivered the first 30 baht to the people, we was in 37,000. In the next week we was in 76, and the people say, okay, they give me 30, I have 60, and they already understood. Okay, this can go up and down, and a lot of people understand. A lot of people are doing the play with the
Day
price
trade.
and trading and put a lot of money in the Chivo wallet. This was another problem when the Bitcoin is rising. The people are put a lot of money. I see with my eyes people put $30,000 only for trading inside of the
Yeah.
wallet, and of course they understand, but this is few people.
Is there an education program for the people to
Yeah,
let
yeah.
them know about the
Yeah.
volatility? Or
And in the third 3 or 4 first months, they had an army outside of El Salvador with a Chivo shirt.
Yeah.
And they can train you. They can explain you what is Bitcoin. Now the government had some like universities and the authors ONG of Bitcoin. They had my primer Bitcoin. This is an author Bitcoin school teaching people. I think people need more education, and for me, it was a mistake. Give away a lot of money, but some people learn, some people don't learn, some people spend,
Yeah.
some people stolen this $30 from another. But for me, was amazing because it's a dream. It's a dream. To the Bitcoin, go to the
Right.
one country and you go to Walmart or
Right.
PriceMart or even McDonald's and pay
Yeah.
with Lightning or Bitcoin was a dream. For me, it was like, oh, fuck, this is happening now. I am the guy who made possible connecting this thing.
I-
Me and my team.
I'm glad you mentioned Lightning. What is the role of Lightning in this wallet?
Okay, we have three parts in the wallet. You can send dollars to the wallet. You can send Bitcoin from the blockchain, the original, and you can top up the wallet with Lightning and pay with Lightning. This means if you go, let's say, who is using Lightning is McDonald's and Starbucks. They're using an open node provider. You know, open node is one of the number one, and you can pay with the Chivo wallet in Lightning, or you can use in your Lightning wallet to pay McDonald's or Starbucks.
Okay,
But
so that's where they're able to eliminate the fees in the wallet, because I mean, if somebody's in El Salvador and is barely making enough money to survive, obviously they can't afford to pay a $9 or $100 transaction fee from Bitcoin. Like right now, it's only about 40 cents, really. So it's not that people whine about Bitcoin transaction fees, but it's very rare that they're actually all that high.
yeah, this one of the side of the president to have the Lightning in the Chivo wallet, because of course people they don't want to the people spend a lot of money to pay or fill top up the wallet. The other thing is part of this project is backed by us is El Salvador installed 70 ATM in USA, in all the embassy of El Salvador in California, Texas, all. Then all the Salvadorians can go there direct with cash money. This is a service for the Salvadorians to can put money in the Chivo ATMs in Texas, in Miami, in all the Salvadorian embassy.
Well, that's fantastic. That's a great way to tell Western Union to go fuck yourself.
And the magic of this is, if you are Salvadorian looking this video, you can put 100 in these Chivo ATMs, and magical by Bacano magic is $100 go to your family in the Chivo wallet. This means you are
Zero
paying
fees.
Zero fees. This is only a service for the citizens. Even if you have paper in America or no, even if you are legal or illegal in status,
Right.
they don't care because you are Salvadorian.
Right.
This is a service for people there in America. This is the number one thing they are using right now, Chivo wallet. Because I read a lot of FOMO in the newspaper of the crypto, but Chivo wallet is the major use right now is for remittance, because you and me know people are working there in America, get a lot of money
Yeah.
in paper. They only go deposit in the.
What are do you have any of the statistics on the amount of money that is sent in remittance? In Latin America in general.
Now in the Chivo wallet they are selling like 3 million per week to El Salvador, to the zero cost.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I have Jose around, he knows all the stats for the whole country. So, but I know it's quite a bit of money, and even with Mexico
Yeah,
is
of
huge for remittance because there's so many people
the
working
number GDP
in the U.S.
The number one GDP in El Salvador is remittance, because they are total Salvadorian are like 8 millions. 3 million are working in USA. This means half of the country are working in USA, send money back to home. Then it's like 4 or 6 billions coming to El Salvador every year in remittance. And what happens if or people understand they can buy Bitcoin in Coinbase and send directly to El Salvador?
Do the Salvadorans in the U.S. actually know that this service is available to them?
Yeah.
So
The Chivo wallet they can download the Chivo wallet from the USA. They can get they get the $30 even if they are living in Mexico or whatever there. The only requirement is you had a SIM card number and your ID, and that's it. and you can do the KYC and get even if you are in USA or wherever you are.
So what you're saying is in the consulate for the Salvadoran consulates in the U.S. they have an ATM.
Yep.
It's a machine that they could actually just feed money into
Yep.
and for free without a fee
Yep, you can-
convert to Bitcoin and send it.
You can
Send
buy,
it home.
You can there do two things. With your money, you can buy Bitcoin from and fill in your own Chivo wallet.
Right.
And do yourself
Oh,
like
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you fill in 1,000, but I send to my family only
and
100.
just- okay, yeah. So you just send.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Or
just-
you
you're sending a lightning transaction directly to your family.
Yeah, or you can go with your money there and get cash. That is amazing for zero cost. In ATM, regular ATM is 50% of 16%.
Yeah, eight to 20, somewhere in there. It depends on the ATM operators.
And this is a good service. I don't see any reason for the people say this is a bad idea to you have a service like this. It's a right. I call this. I talking with the government of Colombia and what the Bukele create is a banking with Bitcoin is a right to you to get for free because you are paying taxes and this is part of the government thing and you can use for zero cost.
Well, like I know remittance here in Mexico, they're getting hit on both ends. Like if I go to Western Union and I send money to somebody in Mexico, I'm paying the fee there and they're paying a fee here, so
Yeah,
they're
total
getting
cost
hit twice.
8% total cost when you send a remittance to Colombia or Mexico from USA is 8% because maybe you get 2% there, but you're gonna get 6% with your family. The rate they change the rate. You get let's say normally the rate in pesos Mexican is 20.18. You get 18. Then it's total is to 8 to 10% when you lost. Now imagine for the Salvadorian only go walking to the Salvadorian embassy or consulate, put the 100 and you get 100.
Yeah.
And you can convert this 100 in Bitcoin instantly or you can keep it in dollars.
When the world is a digital economy, there's no reason why we should still be giving Western Union shit. Like, fuck them.
I know, but some people still trust in the entities. No, they
want to physically.
My experience with the whole Bitcoin things is we manage a lot of Bitcoin ATM in Colombia, and when the people change the Bitcoin they had into the pesos to Colombian pesos, and they had the paper in the hand, they told like now this Bitcoin is real because I can take the pesos, but they don't imagine they are thinking of.
Have you heard the phrase hyper Bitcoinization?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically when things become priced in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Are things priced in Bitcoin in El Salvador right now, or is it still in dollars? I mean, what do you see that's actually priced in Bitcoin when you go?
They still in dollars.
Okay.
Because
so I can't go to if I go to Walmart, get me a 6-pack of beer. It's not going to say .0000001 Bitcoin, right?
No, they're gonna say to you that 20, and when you pay with your own wallet, because this is the magic what we do is you can pay with your own wallet.
The point I'm making is once things become priced in Bitcoin like that, then that's cool.
and we are talking right now with 5 different countries to make the same what we do in El Salvador. But the price of the Bitcoin is not help to us. But I know this is gonna happen. We are talking with one country in Europe and 5 or 6 countries here in Latin America, and they want to copy what El Salvador do, and for me was amazing. For like my business side is amazing, but I want to develop more countries like El Salvador. Now we have the experience. We do a lot of grown things there in El Salvador, but we already know what to do and exactly to do.
I hope he has a lot of security because we've already seen what happens when you want to get rid of the dollar. I mean, they're not getting rid of the dollar yet, but when you challenge the dollar, they kind of kill you. Like, Gaddafi and all of those, all the guys in the Middle East who've been murdered by.
I think that the Bukele step was a bigger step for the little country like Colombia, Venezuela, and the country who are like finance for the America. And I hope President like Bukele had the balls to do this. You need to have the balls.
Yeah.
It's just not easy. It's not easy fighting with Goliath because it's Goliath.
Yeah.
But still they had the fiat there. And let's see what happened. But future is here. we are part of the future. Thanks to God, we are part of the you and me are
Yeah.
part of this movement. Remember,
Yeah.
5 years, 6 years ago, people told to us like, "Are you crazy? Are you stupid investing
Right.
in this virtual cryptocurrency?" Now, people are president from government are calling us to advise what they do good, what they do wrong in El Salvador. I think the only thing they do wrong, very bad in El Salvador, is give away a lot of money
Right.
because they can offer the wallet for free to zero, and let's see the
Well,
people.
you know that and user error. No telling how much Bitcoin will get wasted by user
No, they
error.
wasting the giveaway. I see the girlfriend take the Bitcoin of the boyfriend.
Right.
People fighting for this 30, and this is the only mistake what we do. But the other is good. The remittance for zero, the trading for zero. They can keep in the opportunity to don't miss the high of Bitcoin
Right.
very easy, and that's it.
And what city is the Bitcoin beach in, and where would I fly to go there?
You normally you want to visit the Bitcoin Beach. It's a good little town in close to El Salvador. Salvador is a little country. You can cross El Salvador from the north to the south in 2.3 hours.
Okay.
Then from El Salvador to Bitcoin Beach is El Zonte. You can take a Uber or taxi, or there is a lot of friends to have the crypto-friendly Ubers.
Right.
You 1 hour. 1 hour,
Okay.
and you can go visit. There is a lot of communities, ATMs.
And what's the name of the city that Bitcoin
El
beach?
Zonte, El Zonte,
El Zonte?
El Zonte.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a living this famous interview. Mike Kaiser are living there in El Zonte.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a good community. People, Salvadorian people. is
Max
so good.
Kaiser, he's like a Bitcoin maximalist, even though he likes to use Dash. He doesn't want anybody to know that.
And you know the Salvadorian people is good. The food is good.
Yeah.
The famous pupusa are very very good.
Max Kaiser, he did a TV show with me where we used Dash to help people in a hurricane,
I remember.
and then I seen him at the Bitcoin conference in Miami, and he acted like he didn't know me.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "Get away from me! I don't want you
We
saying
know-
Dash. I don't want nobody knowing that I used Dash before."
We know all the past, all the
Yeah.
maximalist people.
Yeah, maximalist, like the Bitcoin conference in Miami, maximalist. I went into the stage and it was 50 Cent talking about NFTs. I'm like, yeah, this is real maximalism here. The fuck. All right, well, thanks a lot, Arley.
Okay,
and
man.
it's
See you-
a
see you-
good story.
See you around, and hey, this is.
I'm gonna try to drive my motorcycle to El Salvador, so I don't know. I'm still up in the air about crossing Guatemala, but we'll
like
see.
Colombian and Venezuela. I say, go.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm not. I mean, they told me the same thing about Mexico, and I drive all over Mexico, and I don't have a problem.
Everybody say like the same here in Monterrey. Don't go here. Don't go to the metro. But we are from the.
Man, don't go to Chicago. That place is dangerous.
I was robbed in Houston. I was robbed in Houston. I know.
Yeah, you were robbed in Houston, had to run the guy off the road. Like this guy, he gets robbed in Houston, and he takes and rams his car into the guy that robbed him and got him stopped. And I guess, did they arrest him?
Yeah, they was arrested, and I recorded 90%.
Yeah, I seen the video. I seen the video of it.
I am from Venezuela and Colombia, and this sure never happened to me before in my country. And you never know, this can happen in Swiss and
Yeah,
wherever.
yeah,
But
you-
for me, the people in Latin America, we are a lot of good people here, and when they see foreigners like you,
Yeah.
they're gonna help. It's good. Go. I enjoy.
Oh
your
yeah,
family.
yeah. I've had a good time and done a lot. They've helped me, and I've helped them a lot too.
Yeah.
So, man, thanks a lot, Arley.
Okay, man. Gracias.
Yeah.
See you later.